Major League Baseball welcomes you to the following presentation of the Detroit Tigers.
Yesterday night was the perfect way to start a homestand. The Tigers have 10 in a row at Comerica Park and took a lead mid-game on a Kerry Carpenter two-run single that just dropped in to see what condition the White Sox were in. And then the pitching staff out of the bullpen took care of the White Sox the rest of the way. Will Vest a double play. Kenley Jansen a 1-2, 3/9 inning. And the Tigers were winners this year for the first time against the White Sox. Troy Melton tries to make it 2 in a row as Tigers baseball on Detroit Sportsnet is presented by Bet365. So glad to have you along this Saturday afternoon. Jason Benetti, Bobby Scales, Daniela Bruce is downstairs. What you didn't see earlier there is Matt Vierling hit a 2-run homer in the first inning. Dylan Dingler was on for that, and it felt like he was on all night last night.
Dylan Dingler was on all night long, just as Jason said, and he has been so tremendous all year on both sides of the ball, but offensively, the load that he has been carrying has been tremendous. The 16 home runs we know about. Here's one of the 3 hits last night. Hits that ball hard through the left side. The best thing about Dylan Dingler that I found is he's not trying to do too much. He's staying in the middle of the field. That was a little sweeper that was away from him, gets enough of it. And this one off Dominguez was an absolute rocket up the middle. And Dominguez is tough to hit. You know, he's all over the place, but he zeroed him in and got a good clean single up the middle. And he was on all night. He's been so important to this Tiger offense. But that doesn't tell the whole story of Dylan Dingler. As a matter of fact, it just completes the story. What you get defensively is what top line Major League catchers give you. The catch and throw has been absolutely outrageous. His ability to frame pitches, looking for outs all over the field. That's a back pick to first base in a critical situation. Being able to navigate this play right here along the rail, even though it's his home ballpark, he knows it. It's still difficult. How quick and nimble is behind the plate to get these bunts. These are difficult plays for catches. He's very aggressive here getting that lead runner at second base. Very easy to just take the one at first base and be out. Nope. He gets there and now looks down to third base and sees that runner at third base is coming home. He's so aware. He's so calm. He's so sure. That's why these guys love, the infielders and outfielders love to play in front of him, and these pitchers love to throw to him.
You know, you never call like Patrick Mahomes a game manager, and game manager for quarterbacks sometimes ends up being derogatory. Dylan Dingler is both. He manages the pitching staff, and he is just otherworldly defensively. +8 fielding run value, +18 offensively. That should get him a trip to Philadelphia soon.
If it doesn't, you need to talk to somebody, because he's unbelievable. What he's doing on both sides of it, especially, listen, catching's like playing offensive line. You use a football reference. It is a very selfless position. It is not about you. It is about navigating the pitcher through a pitching staff and making sure your guy gets a win. Anything you do offensively, and he's doing more than anything offensively, is just a plus. He's been tremendous all the way around.
Tigers.com/vote. When Tiger Stadium was in existence, we didn't have QR codes. but we did have fly balls to center field, just like we saw here last night. Let's see who the bleacher reacher is when we come back. Tigers baseball on Detroit Sportsnet is presented by Bet365, where winning is everything. By McDonald's of Michigan. Try the new strawberry watermelon refresher with freeze-dried strawberries today. By Rally House, Michigan. It's your city. It's your house. It's the Rally House. And by Steel. Find your local Steel dealer at steelusa.com. All right, so we know the dimensions at Comerica Park have changed and are pretty unique. We know that dimensions across Major League Baseball are sometimes very unique. Our One More Thing takes us all the way back to 1956. The muscles of Mickey Mantle. He was the first player to hit 2 homers into the right center field bleachers in a game at Old Briggs Stadium. It's a long way away. It's a long look at it. I love that the caption says the muscles of Mantle underneath there.
Oh, man.
That is the greatest old-timey baseball photo of all time. Here are the guys who have hit that sort of baseball a couple of times in this ballpark. Some big names. Miggy, certainly. A couple of homers to straightaway and the fountain into the night. And then Juan Soto of the Padres. This thing.
I remember that one.
That was ludicrous.
That was a little bit ridiculous. And Miggy's up the batter's eye. Okay, so it was 420 back then. And he's halfway up the batter's eye. I don't know. I don't do the math. I am not a mathematician. What I do know, that's a long way, Jack.
Yeah, it is. The one Jordan Walker hit earlier this year wasn't to right center, but you know, same kind of thing. Power is fun. The Tigers showed some last night. Miguel Vargas, Dylan Dingler, 2 stars on their own teams in the Central. Next. Tigers baseball is presented by Figer Law. Another picture perfect day here at Comerica Park. What does the weather graphic have to say for itself? Oh, a relaxing deep breath. I agree with that. Do you agree? The weather feels like a relaxing deep breath?
A relaxing deep breath. Very, very pleasant out here today.
I think we all need a deep breath every once in a while. Troy Melton's a perfect guy for that. He is the, smooth is fast and sort of guy, the mental skills coach in a pitcher's body. Our Worldside Windows starting pitcher today is Troy Melton.
Yeah, he most certainly is. California cool, but also, like you said, uses a lot of deep breathing, is very in touch with his mental state throughout the game, but he's been really good as well. I mean, since coming off the injured list, starting his year a little bit late, Troy Melton has been very good. Big power fastball, good off-speed stuff. Key for him today, making sure he can locate that fastball and work all the other things off of it.
Here's what the White Sox have done against right-handed sliders so far this year. Not huge slugging percentages, except in a couple spots. Benintendi above league average. Gonzalez very early in his major league career, and Tristan Peters in the 8th spot. But we'll see if Troy Melton can duplicate what he did against the White Sox in August of last year. 5 innings, 1 hit, no runs. His first pitch this afternoon is ball 1, as adjudicated by the umpire Stu Sherwater to Sam Antonacci, who yesterday was 2 for 4 further down the card. Antonacci, long fly ball right field, and that's the way it starts today. A leadoff home run for Antonacci, just like what happened to Troy Melton in his last start. It was a first pitch to Byron Buxton. This is a second pitch to Antonacci.
Yeah, this is just a fastball. Upper middle part of the plate. Antonacci, plus count. You know he's looking for that heater, and he threw it in the wrong spot. Just a 4-seamer right there. He gets all of that. That's a long way to right center field.
First pitch ground ball. McKinstry has to charge. He is there, and that is a strong play from Zach McKinstry to retire Vargas, 1 away. And we'll give you the Tigers starting defense, brought to you by Marygrove Awnings. It's Green, Vierling, and Carpenter in the outfield. McGonigal, you saw Zach McKinstry. Hao-Yu Lee, Spencer Torkelson. Jake Rogers has the plate. Dylan Dingler's defense won't be on display, at least to start the game, but he is in the lineup in the 2 spot as the DH. 1 down for Benintendi, who was a pinch hitter yesterday. And boy, the White Sox seem to think Troy Melton's going to fill up the zone early.
A lot like Tarek Skubal yesterday. These guys are seeing ones they want, and they're looking to swing early.
They're 30th in whiff rate, but 9th in chase rate. It's a very interesting swing profile.
It really is. And Jason, the one with the most interesting swing profile, not even in the lineup, with Murakami. I mean, he doesn't chase. You can get him to swing and miss in the zone, but if he hits it in the zone, you're probably going to need another one.
Yeah, it's one of those that we showed you off the top of the program, and one more thing that goes into the shrubbery.
Right. Out
in center field. He is here on the trip, Murakami is, but still a couple of weeks away, it feels like, for the White Sox, who are tied for first place in the AL Central, 8.5 clear of the Tigers. Fly ball to right. Kerry Carpenter's going to leave it for Vierling, and 2 away. Could be one of those days wind-wise. I mean, Hao-Yu Lee off the bat thought he was going to be involved in the festivities. Ooh, the anemometer will join us.
Good pull right there. Very nice.
We love the anemometer on this telecast.
That's an LSAT word, man.
Take my 860 and go home.
Yeah, right.
Two down for Montgomery, who looks at ball number 1. We do get smarter when you come into the booth.
Well,
I
don't know about that. Okay, yeah, I do know about that.
I get smarter when you come into the booth. Is what that is a referendum on me.
Well, glad I can help.
Yeah, we're happy to. I mean, we did Moby Dick yesterday,
That's
so
right.
if you have any Wuthering Heights available. 2-0. That's clipped foul. It's 2 balls and a strike on Colson Montgomery, who was nothing for 3 yesterday. He's just 3 for 13 against the Tigers this year, but there is big power in that bat.
There is. This kid, when he starts understanding a little bit more about the strike zone, it's going to get dangerous, because if he hits it again, he's another one.
Third base side, foul territory. McGonigal has no room. We saw Tarek Skubal strike him out 3 times yesterday. StatCast powered by Google Cloud. It's a boatload of swings and misses on sliders down and away, and even ones that back up.
Yeah, you see that zone. It's interesting, because a lot of times pitchers will try to stay out of that area for a left-handed hitter, liking it down and in like that. But the way his swing works, it's a flatter swing, so you can see anything up and a little bit away from him. You give him the opportunity to get his arms extended, it could get loud.
Straight away, Vierling traced it back. Now he comes forward and he retires the side. Leadoff homer for Antonacci. 1-0. Bottom of the first inning here at Comerica Park in the Tigers batting order, presented by your Southeast Michigan Ford dealers. Slugging percentage this month. The Tigers have had a strong June, 3rd in Major League Baseball in slugging, and we'd like to show you something regarding a matchup of the pitcher the Tigers are going to see, but it's basically bullpen roulette today.
Yeah.
For the White Sox. So it's McGonigal, Dingler, and Vierling to start against Sean Newcomb, who will have the ball first for the White Sox. Then everything after that is left to chance. Yeah. Strike 1 to McGonigal from Newcomb, the 33-year-old left-hander who fancies the 2-seam fastball against lefties. And there's a ground ball behind second base. Montgomery flags it down and throws out the rookie McGonigal, 1 away. And the White Sox defense is comprised of these starting 9, including Montgomery, who's in gold because he made that first play and because we planned to do it anyway. He's +9 outs above average. That's number 6 in Major League Baseball. Montgomery in right field we haven't seen a whole lot of as yet. And then Grichuk and Peters haven't played very much to this point in front of the Tigers at their respective positions. But we saw Peters with that dive yesterday that eventually cost the White Sox the lead. So now Dylan Dingler takes a wraparound breaking ball. It's 2-0, and I don't know what your best bolt is as a left-handed pitcher against Dylan Dingler.
Well, you better be careful. He's hit everybody, but especially the left-handers. We've seen teams try to work him quite a bit inside with both the 2-seam fastball, the 4-seamer, and then the lefties try to bury that breaking ball under the bat. The only thing is you can do that, but if you miss, he has punished these guys all year long. It's been really, really impressive to watch him go to work against both right and left-handers, but especially these left-handed pitchers.
Foul ball, 2-2. So we showed you off the top of the program the 3 hits. StatCast powered by Google Cloud. Here's what he saw. An array of pitches that aren't really in the middle of the plate. Some that are virtually unhittable. And then this, he'll flare towards second. And what an elevating, ridiculous play by Antonacci for out number 2.
I didn't know Antonacci could get off the ground like that. I thought that had him beat. Dylan Dingler got jammed just a little bit. Antonacci just kept climbing the ladder. That's a heck of a play, Jason.
Yeah, it is. I was going to say it's our rightful Liberty Mutual Insurance field coverage. Man, from a standing position, basically.
He was up there. And I'll tell you this from the perspective of I was a former outfield and base running coach in the minor leagues. I always used to tell the base runners, you hear freeze on the line drive, what have you. I would always tell everybody who was a base runner, you assume that every infielder on this infielder can dunk a basketball. And that's why you do that. But he really got up on that one. That was incredible.
Off the bat, that looked like a guaranteed hit.
I thought it was a knock for sure. A knock for sure.
Two is fisted foul by Vierling, who hit the homer in the first inning yesterday to hand the Tigers 2 runs, and that was good to see Matt Vierling wear out a left-handed pitcher.
It was, and he needs to get on track. He wants to. Been tough going for him early in the season. Hopefully something like that can kickstart. And especially for him, put to the pull side. Doesn't do a lot of business over there. That's just the way his body, his swing works up the middle. But he got to that fastball in and got the barrel through it.
They don't want to come in on him late in this sequence.
No, I wouldn't. Probably stay away with something soft. He likes that.
Ooh, nasty slurve. Strike 3 in a 1-2-3 inning for Newcomb.
Ship.
Troy Melton was scratched from his last start last week in Houston due to some back tightness. I spoke to him earlier this week just about how he's feeling at this point, and he said it was a little scary to feel that the way that he did, but the week consisted of getting some tests done that all came back negative, which was a great sign, and from there just managing the tightness, stretching it out a little bit, and being ready to go today. He also emphasized to me, like many other pitchers and all the players on this team, that he knows how critical these moments are in the season and how much every win matters. So he was going to do whatever it took to be able to pitch here today and help get his team a chance to win this series, guys.
We're hearing a lot of that from the clubhouse right now, aren't we, Daniela?
Yeah, I think that's the message, and I actually talked to Troy about the message from his teammates and the leaders in that clubhouse, and he said they've got a lot of guys that have won a lot of baseball games in there, and he said we also have some young talent too, but that doesn't mean their experience doesn't play. So for Troy, he said he's taking it in from each and every guy and understanding what needs to be done over the next few months here to get back in this thing.
As you walked in today, Daniela, did you by chance see the White Sox bus, and if it was parked in a tow zone? Like a 30 minutes or less sort of thing? These at-bats are rapid fire.
That was a good one, Jason.
Yeah,
you're on fire today. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise.
Okay. That's when you know it's sincere, when it ends with, don't let anybody tell you otherwise. There's a strike to Braden Montgomery. Hey, they took a first pitch.
I was going to say, that must have come from the bench.
Take one.
Hey, somebody take one here.
But look, Troy Melton lives in that world. That's the space he occupies. He is somebody who rampages through the strike zone early and counts. That was an ankle breaker, and it's 1-1 on Montgomery. Our Call Sam best call. Don't be shocked when you see quick at bats. This is fewest pitches per batter faced, and Troy Melton is number 4 in baseball. Ground ball to first. Foul ball. Foul baseball. It looked like it might nudge the bag and occupy the space directly over the bag. Instead, it's foul, and it's 1-2 for Montgomery.
Looked like it was just going to stay fair there, but it. Oh, that's a. If he just said fair, I don't know if we would have had a gripe.
Remember, that is not reviewable, so you can't use your replay review challenge to look at that. By the way, do we have cameras everywhere in this ballpark? How do we have a camera looking straight down the line at first? What play is that good for other than that? But we have it.
It's, I mean, top-notch broadcast crew right there. They're ready.
Look at this.
Look at that.
Why do we have that?
I don't know.
It's great. Always prepared. 1-2. Andrew Blaustein is grumbling to himself in the director's chair. Now I have to cut to that camera.
There you go.
He's not going to do anything right now. Yeah, see, now he's got to do it again. 2-2. It's inside and low. 3 balls and 2 strikes on Montgomery.
Are you sure you don't have the magic wand up here asking for all these things? The next thing you know, you're getting the photos?
Don't say magic wand. It's a sore subject with Tarek Skubal.
Right. Too soon. Too soon.
3 balls and 2 strikes. Ooh, ball 4. Montgomery takes a walk, and now Peters coming up.
This is a pretty good at bat by the youngster Montgomery right there. Spoiled some good pitches by Troy Melton. Ends up working that walk, that final offering, that cutter down below the zone.
Now Peters takes ball 1 outside.
You know, Jason, you talked about the pitches per plate appearance with Troy Melton. I think that's genuinely part of the reason that his strikeout rate is as low as it is. You would think with the kind of power stuff that he has, he'd strike more guys out. But guys swing early on him because they know the secondary stuff is really nasty.
Snap throw to first, and that bounces away from Torkelson. It took a second for Montgomery to realize it, but he is safe at second base. So that'll go as an error on somebody, probably Rogers on the throw.
That's a tough error on Jake Rogers if that indeed is the case. That's a head-high throw.
We also have an ABS challenge on the pitch.
The pitch is a strike.
It's a strike.
Detroit has 2 challenges remaining.
Troy Melton challenged because Jake Rogers was otherwise occupied.
Yeah.
Jake was throwing to first, and Melton's like, bro, that's a strike.
That's exactly right.
So ABS challenge powered by T-Mobile.
Good awareness by Troy Melton as well. You could see when he decided he was going to pick behind him that he kind of obscured the umpire's vision there.
And Troy's such a nice kid that he like looked around like, anybody? Yeah, all right, I'll challenge.
He probably asked, you mind if I challenge that?
Right. Is this okay?
You sure? I think it was a strike.
We joke, he is so competitive, but he is so laid back as well. And it's a fun juxtaposition of 2 different personality types as he strikes out Peters to close out the 2nd inning.
Troy Melton gets that strikeout to end the inning. Good curveball down below the zone. Strike the ball. Good line, good bite, good night.
Stream Tigers baseball all summer long for $19.99 a month on Detroit Sportsnet, presented by Bet365. Subject to national exclusivities, terms and conditions do apply. Don't miss a minute of the action and subscribe by visiting tigers.com/Detroit Sportsnet. Hope you can join us all year long for the Tigers, for the Red Wings, for hijinks, for low jinks, all of it in between. It's a strike to Riley Green, who see the numbers this year, and with the Tigers record, the fear is a little bit like the All-Star voting might not go their way, but there are a bunch of extremely deserving Tigers. We talked about Dylan Dingler off the top of the show. If you're so inclined, tigers.com/vote. Just match the button over and over again as long as they'll let you. Ground ball third base, little inside out job, and Vargas takes care of out number 1.
Yeah, pretty good play over there by Vargas. Had the range to his right, being pulled over in that 5-6 hole. That's what they do a lot of times with these left-hand hitters. Riley Green's no different. You make that move to your left, and you got to come commit. Got the in-between hop. Walked himself into a little bit difficult hop, but he was able to handle it. Nice job. Present that glove out in front of you. Move through it. The rest is just playing catch.
Ball 1 to Torque. And Vargas is all over the diamond for them. First base, third base. He's probably an all-star waiting to happen as well on the left side of that infield. For a White Sox team that, as we mentioned, is 39-35. They opened 6-12 this year and have gotten hot since.
They've been very good. I mean, they've stayed with it too. And you know, you talk about the magic wand and all that stuff, but the vibe, but the bottom line, and Jason, you touched on it in the broadcast yesterday, is that this club believes they're pretty good now, and that's the difference. That's as dangerous as anything else. Do they have deficiencies? Sure. Their pitching's a little thin. Obviously, they're going bullpen day to day, but they believe they're pretty good and can play with anybody.
And nobody has taught them otherwise.
That's right.
So far this season. And look, like, let's be honest here. The American League has 3 teams with a positive run differential.
Yeah.
Starting play today. It's the 2 in the East, the Yankees and the Rays, who are +8. And then the Mariners are +19. The White Sox at 0 have the 4th best run differential in the American League.
And again, to your point, there's indicators that point out why shouldn't they believe otherwise, right? Just like you're saying. So they believe in what they're doing. I think that Yankee series they just played, they got slapped around pretty good the first 2 nights, and then they were down.
They handled their business 2 nights ago, 5-1, as Torkelson strikes out. 2 down for Carpenter. But, you know, in the American League Central, the Tigers are 8.5 back. What's wild about this is the Tigers actually have a better run differential than Cleveland. The Tigers are -9.
Yeah.
The Guardians are -13. The Twins -28. The Royals -42. You know, that and $5 gets you a couple things at M&M's. But it's a signal that maybe there's something on the horizon if you play enough close games that they might at least start to counterbalance each other.
No doubt, no doubt. And the Tigers can't control anybody but the Tigers. So continuing to play the way they played for the most of June, and making sure that they just take care of the small things, they should have a chance to get back in this thing.
Thought Antonacci was going to run that over there himself. Throw it to Gonzalez.
Let somebody else play.
Oh, we got big news as we spin the wheel. Tiger of the Day now has Benefactor of the Day as well. Carhartt is the new sponsor of Tiger of the Day, and the first one under the new sponsorship umbrella is Red Cress, who played in 14 Major League Baseball seasons over 20 years, and he was part of the first ever Mets coaching staff under Casey Stengel.
All right, Red.
He'd be perfect for the bullpen day for the White Sox. His last appearance was in relief 3 2/3 in 1946. Red Cress, today's Tiger of the Day, and there is out number 1 of the 3rd inning. Drew Romo flies out to center field. Red Cress went to high school in Berkeley, California. You've been to Berkeley?
I have been. Wonderful place.
Nice place.
It is nice.
Smart people over there.
Very.
Casey Stengel once called Red Cress the hardest working man he ever knew.
That's high praise from Casey Stengel. He's seen a few.
Strike 1 to Antonacci. One more note. In 1955, when he was coaching with Cleveland, the players and staff, according to the Society of American Baseball Research, oh, that hit him. Antonacci's going to be on. Here's a guy who is the plunking king early on in his Major League Baseball career. Antonacci, his rookie season, has been hit 16 times
already
in 57 games.
That's hard to do. There's guys don't hit 16 times in their career. That one hit him just above the knee. A little cutter. He was trying to get in under the hands of Antonacci.
16 times.
And pay attention to him over there at first base too. He will take off. 9 out of 13 on the year.
At one point this year, he was hit in 4 straight games. He also, back on May 22nd, got hit twice in the same inning. Wow. Since he was drafted 2024 in the 5th round, he was hit more than 90 times in the minors and majors combined.
2024. He's a 2024 draft.
Yes. So in the minors, majors combined, over 2.5 seasons.
Right.
He's been hit more than 90 times.
That's impossible.
Yeah, you would think so. That's scooped from down below the strike zone. In the air to just right of center. And Matt Vierling makes the catch for out number 2.
I mean, he's on the plate, but he's not like that far on it to where it's.
Like, Paredes makes sense.
Paredes makes sense. To be honest with you, Kevin McGonigal is closer than he is to the dish.
Yeah, but like 2024
That's insanity.
Kannapolis, this is you're not going to believe what I'm about to tell you. 116 games in 2025. He got hit 35 times. 35
that's
times
impossible.
in the minors in 116 games.
Wow.
He's been hit now 98 times since 2024.
A lot of times you see that with guys that can't hit. Antonacci can hit a little bit. It'd be different if he couldn't swing the bat at all. But he knows this game. He knows himself, and that's part of his game, figuring out a way to get on base and cause havoc on the base pass.
One hopper, Rogers can't find it. Antonacci takes second base.
That's just a tough one for Jake Rogers. That was a splitter that bounced about 48 feet right in front of him. 90-mile-an-hour splitter. They got no chest protector. That's all bicep right there. That's why you see Jake Rogers taking a moment. Home plate umpire Stu Showalter giving him a moment too. That's tough. But when you put on that mask when you're 9, 10 years old, that's what you sign up for. It's a special breed back there.
Who's got it worse, him or Antonacci? The plunking king of the Midwest, or Jake Rogers?
Normally I would say, well, right now Jake Rogers has it worse. That was 90-mile-an-hour splitter right to the bicep.
1-1 for Benintendi. Down and away, 2-1. So that number of hit by pitches does include a portion of his season at Coastal Carolina, but since he's been drafted, it's nearly 100.
That's crazy.
Hit by pitches.
That's incredible.
2-1. Grounded to first. Ooh, Benintendi really loves A Midsummer Night's Dream.
A little upset about that rollover. You'll be all right. If the Tigers score 3 or more runs in this game, you can visit a participating Arby's location tomorrow and receive a small order of curly fries.
Who says no? Who says no to curly fries?
Nobody.
Nobody. They're irresistible. Like this weather.
It's perfect.
By the way.
Absolutely perfect day at the ballpark. Another big crowd here. It's fantastic.
First pitch, ball 1 to Hao-Yu Lee. One ball, 1 strike to Lee. Hao-Yu Lee getting some more ramp here for the Tigers with the injury to Gleyber Torres.
He's done a nice job, Jason. I think AJ had said it previously too. He came back up after a second stint getting sent down, and you can tell he's more comfortable here. He gives you good defense at second and third base. They're playing more second now with Gleyber being out. He can stand at shortstop if need be, get late innings or something like that. You can put him at shortstop, he'll catch the routine balls, but he's another right-handed bat that if he can do something, get going a little bit, it certainly helps this left-hand heavy team.
Yeah, even against a left-handed bullpen arm, you see the Tigers have 4 lefties in the lineup. As that to Lee is skied to right field. That's hit well, but Montgomery has room to make the catch. And we get a message from the fine folks at Feiger Law.
At Feiger Law, every case is personal to us, and we won't stop until we bring home the win. Feiger Law, all we do is win.
Don't know what Will Venable had in mind originally for Sean Newcomb, but he's gotten 7 up, 7 down. Tyler Davis is loosening in the White Sox bullpen. He is ready to go, but with the left-handed McKinstry next, he's going to try to finesse Newcomb through the next 2.
He would be ecstatic if he could get through these next 2 hitters, he being Will Venable.
Former Princeton Hooper.
Yeah.
Will Venable back in the day. San Diego Padre outfielder among others.
He also made one of the best catches I've ever seen. in Petco one night. Aramis Ramirez hit a ball, absolutely killed it to center field. He got on his horse and jumped halfway. It seemed like half his body was up the center field fence when he caught that ball.
He was a fantastic athlete.
Yeah.
Strike 3 to Rogers.
That's just a power heater inside. He softened him up with that slurve the previous pitch. Jake fouled off. You say it a lot of times. Some at-bats need to end when they're supposed to end. And what I mean by that is he get a slurve like that hanging outer third. Whatever happens after that, you miss it. Whatever happens after that, it's kind of a result of not hitting that pitch. That was just a dart down and in.
Zach McKinstry very quickly behind. Will Venable, by the way, at Princeton for 3 years was more than a 10-point per game scorer. So he was not just a rotation piece. He started 82 games for the Princeton Tigers in the 2000s. 36 minutes a game his senior year. Played under John Thompson III for a couple of seasons there at Princeton. And then Joe Scott, who ended up at Air Force.
Yeah.
His final year.
That's playing basketball there, like you said. I mean, that's not, he wasn't just there hanging out till baseball season.
No, there was no messing around. I mean, he played in an NCAA tournament against Texas. They were the 3 seed. The Longhorns, Princeton the 14. 9 up, 9 down for Newcomb. Gee.
League soccer.
Get everything you can out of this season. Lock in your spot for the upcoming season as well with a membership deposit now and enjoy a complimentary game on us. Membership of the 1901 Society delivers exclusive access, priority opportunities, and elevated benefits throughout the year and all the hydration you could ever want. Deposits start at just $100 and include a coveted invite to the exclusive Select a Seat event later this summer. Explore more at tigers.com/deposits. So important to stay hydrated. Absolutely. When you have a bottle of water, just power it down. Today is International Surfing Day, says Hot Corner. Hot Corner is just sitting in the back of the truck reading books. I mean, Troy Melton's from Orange County. Like, he's got some surfer in there.
Definitely.
International Surfing Day. Bird is the word. 0-2. High in the air. White Sox know one vocabulary word, I think, based on some of the outs we've seen recently.
Quick?
Yeah, and another word that they say after an out. Current conditions in Newport Beach, California. There are the waves.
Wow.
You ever gone surfing?
Heck no. No. There's no surfing. Listen, the only water that I'm getting in, if it's got chlorine and I can smell it, and it's got a fence around and pool, that's it. We're not doing open water. That's not happening.
You ever watch at least Surfside 6, the show?
I'll watch all you can do. I can watch a lot. I'm not going in. That's not happening.
You sound like AJ Hinch. He says
he's no boats, right?
No, he says I like being near the water.
That's right.
I like seeing the water.
Yeah. The whole going into the open water thing with creatures in there, no, it's not happening.
The check swing, no go. 2-1 on Grichuk. So you had some bad experience as a kid.
I really did.
Jellyfish, Portuguese man of war.
I respect the power of the ocean.
Ha! 2-1.
Now,
No, sir.
What's weird is, so my son was born in Orange County when I was working for the Angels. We were 8 miles from the beach. It was wonderful there. And he had a nanny. She was wonderful. And she was a lifeguard, so she took him to the beach all the time.
That's a strike, 3-2.
And the problem with that is now my son is 12 and he wants to go to the beach like every summer. So I have to find a way to grin and bear it and take Trey to the beach.
Well, you can just watch him enjoy the water.
I do, but it's still not my favorite.
Chopper to third. McGonigal gets around it, and 2 down.
You know, I don't need the beach, Jason. You know, because I don't need to go out in the sun. You know, I got a good tan a long time ago. We took care of that. So you know, there's no real need.
Yeah, last time I had a tan was the Reagan administration. We used to have all the waves over there on the building. Things have changed over the course of time. Foul ball, first base side by Gonzalez, 0-1. Now that's a look that's ready for the 4 to 6 foot waves.
Definitely. There you go.
I love our camera crew. They just, it's like a run on the bank when we talk about something. Like, we have no cameras covering the game right now. Everybody's looking at Hawaiian shirts. It's the best. Our crew is the finest. Dragged on the ground, second base side. How you Lee. And the White Sox are snowed under by the current here in the fourth. Wow. 9 up, 9 down for White Sox starter Sean Newcomb. He's a bullpen arm typically, and he will give way to an actual bullpen arm today, Tyler Davis, the right-hander with a 4.76 ERA. He will face the top of the order for the Tigers here, and a guy that's armed with a spicy fastball. He throws a lot.
Yeah, it's a power fastball. He likes to throw it. That four-seamer, he'll use it all over the zone. 96 average on it. Slider and a split. Go with it.
But if you're looking for a fastball to hit, he's your guy. He throws it more than half the time.
That's it. I mean, there's nothing to it. You should stay on the fastball all the time anyway. You got the right guy here. McGonigal doesn't miss many.
2 that are too tall. 2 balls, no strikes on Kevin. Game 2 of a 3-game series. 1:40 first pitch tomorrow. Boy, that's 3 straight in the same spot.
And if you're a Tiger hitter, McGonigal's gonna be auto taken right here. He probably should make him get in the zone. But you got to get him off that top rail. He likes to throw the ball up there. He's got that good extension. It plays a little harder.
Not close. 4 times. First base runner for the Tigers.
Mature at bat for Kevin McGonigal, but I feel like we've said that all year about him. He's just not going to lead the strike zone. And when he does, it is very rare. That's a good start here in the 4th inning for the Tigers.
Good to see Mom Tracy here at the ballpark once again. Her son should be an all-star this year. He was 3rd in the original release of the voting, but Tigers.com/vote. He is as deserving at shortstop as anybody. He and Bobby Witt Jr. are neck and neck for the WAR lead at shortstop in the American League. Peter Chase, our game notes expert and resident wordsmith, did the research. Kevin McGonigal very much deserves to be an all-star this year, and yeah, he's not been around for more than a couple months, but that didn't stop anybody last year.
No, not at all. And it hasn't stopped anybody historically, too. There's been guys with that tremendous first half that you haven't heard from again, quite frankly, that made all-star teams. But he's deserving. And for that game that's in Philadelphia, could you imagine that?
Oh, I mean, a total dream come true, and it would be difficult to top that ever.
No.
I mean, he's from Delco, Delaware County, outside of Philadelphia. That should happen. He should be an all-star. 2-1 on Dingler.
It should be a no-brainer, Jason. I mean,
yes,
he's been tremendous all year on both sides of the baseball.
Both these guys, honestly.
Yeah.
Lifted foul, first base. Gonzalez roaming and making the catch. Dingler is out here in the 4th.
We talk about that four-seamer top of the zone that has a little bit more on it. That one was 97 miles an hour, but effective velocity feels a little bit harder. Talk about some of the metrics on Davis's fastball. Guys are chasing that vertical action on it. 20 inches of vertical action, 2,400 spin rate right there on that four-seamer top of the zone. It feels like 97, 98. That's why you get the miss hits and the pop-ups.
That's what Matt Vierling will see here. First one to him is a strike, Daniela.
Bobby Scales isn't the only one with a Nelly story. Last night, Matt Vierling and Jack Flaherty got to meet the R&B singer before his concert here at Comerica Park. Now, the connection here, Matt Vierling and Nelly, both St. Louis legends. Matt didn't describe himself that way, but I'm going to. But he said Nelly is a St. Louis legend, and when this picture was posted on social media, Matt's phone was blowing up with his buddies from home saying how awesome this was. They can't believe he got to meet him, and actually, Nelly's kids went to the same high school as Matt Vierling, and then Jack Flaherty already had a little relationship going with Nelly from his time in St. Louis. So the two of them not only got to meet Nelly last night, but enjoyed the post-game concert, which was actually incredible. The atmosphere at Comerica Park was exactly like it was for the game. Everybody stayed for the show. It was a lot of fun.
Where were you sitting?
I was on the field, right by the stage.
Were you reporting?
Yes, I brought my mic. I got some special access. Paz was on stage. He always gets the best access. I don't know how that ends up working out, but he was on stage.
So that turned into, with Vierling and Nelly, it turned into a Christian Brothers College High School Alumni Association
Pretty much,
event?
yeah, pretty much. So Nelly's kids were Vierling's brother's age.
Foul ball. How about that? So this is the Tigers' age when Nelly released the iconic album Country Grammar. JV was 17.
Poor JV, we're always making him look old.
You know that he was he was at Best Buy, like
Getting the CD.
picking that thing up.
Waiting for it on release day.
Yeah, that's right. That's another foul ball from Vierling. That's a good question for the clubhouse. The first, album, download, whatever, the most important music in your life as a kid. It's a good question for Rain Delay questions.
It is a great question.
Do you remember the first album you ever bought yourself? Because I remember mine was a CD. I remember the first CD I bought. It was Aaron Carter.
Oh, look at you. That's not a surprise at all.
I know.
1 and 2 fouled off the top of the net.
So mine was a tape.
Nice. Cassette tape?
It was a cassette tape. I went to Turtles Records in Roswell, Georgia to get Cool Mo D. I go to work.
Okay. Nice. Nice.
Go to work. Like a doctor. When I rock the mic, I won't go any further.
Oh, but we want you to.
I still remember most of that song, too. That was great, man.
Well, Daniela can do every lyric from certain Nelly songs, we found out.
Grills.
Yesterday. Grills.
Yes. I did it last night. He played it.
If you see her on the street, just ask her to do all of Grills. You'll be occupied for 5.5 minutes. 2 and 2. Vierling takes outside. A long standoff here. He's going to see a 9th pitch from Davis.
He stayed primarily with that four-seamer. That's his bread and butter, up in the zone. Four-seamer power slider. Four-seamer up right here on the top rail.
It's one of those pop-ups you're talking about. Will it find the seats? Yes, in fact, it will. And a big bounce from the concourse. And a nice catch off that bounce.
And there's no real tricks to Davis. You see the ball for a long time, but it's power stuff. And again, the metrics we talked about, won't get that deep into it because it's not important. Just understand it feels, the effective velocity of that pitch feels like it's harder than it is. You think you got it timed up and you're just under it or you just miss it. So important to get that fastball down if you can.
Will he offer that? 3 and 2. McGonigal runs ball 4, doesn't matter. 2 walks in the 4th inning for the Tigers, and Matt Vierling turns Ben-Hur into a base. That was a long sequence, and it got the job done to give Riley Green a crack with a runner in scoring position.
Yeah, it was epic, wasn't it,
It
Jason?
was. Had a chariot race sort of feel. One of those sequences that should have an intermission.
Now, if Yul Brenner pops out from somewhere, we'll have something.
You know, the Tigers would love to have a king, and if I is available as well, they'll take that too. But try to take the lead here. First and second, 1 out for Riley Green, who takes high. That's the game with Davis, though.
Yeah.
He's going to try to get you to chase up.
Yes. Listen, he knows it. He knows his stuff. His fastball plays at the top of the zone. The key to him is getting him over the plate and down. Once you do that, you can handle that fastball even at the high velocity.
2-0 swerves inside. 3 balls, no strikes.
Right here. Riley Green's got to be thinking, I'm going to make him throw it in an absolute Dixie cup right in the middle of the strike zone. If he does it, I'm taking it. Still in the driver's seat, 3-1.
He ripped it foul, first base side. It was to his liking.
That's exactly what he's supposed to do. He got that four-seamer. That was inner third. He let it rip. He's just a little bit too early. But Riley Green, that's what he's supposed to do. 3-0. He's earned the right. Let it fly. So what? He's 3-1. He's going to get another one right here anyway.
Broken bat flare to shortstop. 2 down. Here's a message from the Southeast Michigan Ford dealers.
Now during employee pricing for everyone, get $10,002 in savings on the 2026 F-150 XLT 4x4. See your Southeast Michigan Ford dealer today.
All right, so we've seen long counts here. 2 walks, 2 on, 2 out. How excitable should Spencer Torkelson be early in this sequence?
Very. I mean, I think, again, he likes his slider, does Davis. His strength, his bread and butter is that fastball. He is going to get one here. So if you get the one you want, let it go. And for Torque, I would say stay off that outer third.
That's not the one he wants. It's ball 1.
It's up. And we know what people have done to Torque all year long. It's been fastballs away and then a lot of spin after that. Split the plate. He's got to come into you. And if he does, jump him.
Way upstairs. 2-0 on Torque. The Tigers have lived in the driver's seat in this half inning.
Done a nice job laying off those 2. Same thing. Split the plate, look inner half. If it's down where you can handle it, let it fly.
It's a fastball middle away, 2-1.
It's all right. Still in a good spot. It's difficult when that ball comes in there. You see it so well, especially the ones that are up. So difficult to lay off of.
Quite a few of these, though, are not close.
Yeah, non-competitive pitches are a totally different thing. That does nothing to your psyche as a hitter. You don't even let it enter your mind. Pitches like that are just non-competitive.
3-1 to Torque. 2 on, 2 out. That's ball 4. It's a 3rd walk in the inning. Davis is all over the map, and Kerry Carpenter has a chance with the bases loaded. Will Venables going out to make a change. Enormous spot. Bases loaded. 2 out. Joe Rock will come in from the bullpen. Tigers try to take advantage next. Ball side windows pitching change. Joe Rock comes out of the bullpen. There was a chance he was going to start this bullpen day. He instead is the first lefty out of the bullpen, though the lefty Newcomb started the game. So Jahmai Jones is going to pinch hit for Kerry Carpenter here. Bases loaded, 2 down, and an enormous spot for Jahmai Jones. And the crowd response is unlike anything we've heard this year.
Yeah, listen, Jahmai Jones has had a tough go. He's like a specialist. He's like a kicker. This is what he does. Left-handed, takes the left-handed pitching at bats from the right side. That's the way this roster is constructed. He's had a tough go. But if you come up big right here, some of those boos will go away.
Strike 1. You know, this spot is going to have a couple at bats more down the line.
Yep.
And I think that's part of what the reaction is for. Bases loaded, 2 out. 0-1 is up and out. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Big tall lefty, 6'6". Gets way out there on that release. Great extension. Low 3/4 arm angle. Even for right-handed hitters, these are tough at bats.
1-2. Jones fouls it off his foot.
We've done a lot of this to Jahmai Jones lately. Fastballs in, breaking balls down and in, and that's a lot of times what will happen. You'll foul that ball off your front or your back foot.
see where it hit him. It's somewhere in the foot leg area.
Yeah, it's a change. It's a slider, and it hits him right above that leg guard there. Seems like that happens all the time. You put that leg guard on, it finds a spot.
Kelly Rhodes comes out of the dugout, the athletic trainer for the Tigers, to take a look at Jahmai Jones, who's feeling the pain of that foul ball.
Those are never fun. Jason, I got a knot on the top of my foot to this day.
You do?
Not
from one of these?
From several of those.
No.
A little, I don't know the proper medical term, but it feels like something got messed up in there and it never quite healed right. But it's definitely there. A lot of guys who play this game for a long time have something like that on that front foot.
One and two, rock to Jones. Strike three, and the crowd cheers. Bases left loaded for the Tigers, and the pinch hit for Carpenter.
Yesterday, we celebrated 3 generations of big leaguers with Trey Cruz making his debut here. Now, I've got 3 generations right here celebrating something different. This is Barbara. It is her 102nd birthday party here at Comerica Park, and I'm also joined by her daughter, Mickey, and granddaughter, Kim. So 3 generations celebrating today. Barbara, how cool, not only to be 102 years old, to have all this family celebrating with you today.
All these friends and relatives are here today.
Okay, so we actually just recently talked to a gentleman who is celebrating his 101st birthday. You got him beat, and he gave us some advice. So what is your piece of advice to living a long, happy life?
I don't know. Luck, I think.
A little bit of luck, I'm sure, but you also have some great family members, and I have to mention Mickey has worked in security for the Red Wings and Tigers organization. For the two of you, what does it mean to have Mom here with you and celebrate another year of life?
It's just amazing. It's such a blessing, and she's got the memory of an elephant, so she remembers everything, and just make sure she has her scotch and soda at 4 o'clock today.
Oh, I love that. Hey, are you going to have your scotch and soda today?
I am.
Just one?
I'm first one today.
Okay. I love that. And Kim, for Grandma, that's so cool that you still get to celebrate memories like this with your grandmother.
It is. I'm very, very blessed, and I thank the Lord every day that she gets to still be here at 102 years old.
Do you enjoy Tigers baseball games?
For my life.
Yeah, your whole life? Do you remember the first Tiger that you were a fan of or the teams that you watched?
Not really. I just remember the announcer was, what was his name? Ty Tyson.
Oh, wow. And Ernie Harwell, too. You remember him? Ernie Harwell?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Well, happy birthday, Barbara. We really appreciate you joining us, and I guess we'll all need a little bit of luck to live this long, happy life like Barbara did.
Thank you very much. It's been quite an honor for me.
Oh, thank you. And I might find you at 4 o'clock and join you for that scotch, okay? Jason.
Who needs luck when you have that routine at 4 o'clock?
Hey.
It's not the luck that's doing it.
That's what I'm talking about.
That is awesome. We got a chance to visit with Barbara and Mickey before the game, as Chris Fetter is going to go out to the mound to talk to Troy Melton here, who's thrown 5 straight out of the zone. But Mickey is a marvelous person. We see her every day in the parking garage across the street. And to have Barbara here for her 102nd birthday, I mean, we're talking dozens of grandkids.
Yeah.
Dozens of great grandkids. She was one of 9 siblings as well. And she is just a joy. And by the way, if we could all look like that at 80,
no doubt,
let alone
no doubt about it.
102, what a sweet lady, and we're so glad she chose to spend part of her birthday with us and with Danielle. Absolutely
wonderful. Truly a blessing to have seen so much in 102 years. I mean, just how everything, the world has been changing, and to still be here, absolutely wonderful.
Spending all these games with Andy Dirks, I feel like I'm 102. Where is he this afternoon? He's somewhere watching the game, I'm sure. Hi, Andy. 1-1 to Romo. Peters at first, one away. Ground ball twisted foul wide of first. 1-2.
And Troy Melton's done a nice job this afternoon. He doesn't get a ton of strikeouts. We've talked about that before, but he is really good at getting mishits, balls off the barrel, and being efficient while doing so.
We should mention, by the way, the defensive changes for the Tigers. You may have seen him on the screen, but Jahmai Jones is out of the game. James Outman has come in. He plays center, Vierling in right. So it's a 2-for-1 for the pinch hit situation there. A wave and a miss. Troy Melton gets back on the horse. His second strikeout. As we take a look at today's mobile performance outside of the home run on pitch number 2, Troy Melton has been good. Light contact.
He's very good. Weak contact. Gets a lot of rollovers, some pop-ups, and just mishit balls on that cutter on various pitches. He does a nice job of mixing and matching both in the zone and below the zone for some chase guys put into play. That's how his stuff works. Very effective with it. Like I said, been pretty efficient to this point in the game.
Ball 1 to Antonacci, who homered and then was plunked in the first and third innings. Go to first. One-0. Outside and low, 2 balls, no strikes. StatCast 3D powered by Google Cloud. Oh boy. Wow, what an animation.
That's incredible.
That's Sam Antonacci getting clubbed by the major leagues.
I just 16 times. I mean, that's unbelievable. That's a huge number for as few plate appearances Antonacci has.
Hot Corner says 16 times being hit by a pitcher, tied with Victor Robles for the most by a rookie before the All-Star break. It's wild. Hot Corner changes color, by the way, depending on which team the note is about.
Hot Corner's educated.
Hot Corner is a good chameleon.
Yeah, it knows what to do.
Hot Corner is a personality matcher. You know that, those people? You're like, oh, you're a personality matcher. That's what Hot Corner is.
There you go.
Whoever's in front of Hot Corner likes the most. 2-2 is outside. It's 3 balls and 2 strikes on Antonacci. Oh, what do you got to say this time? Oh, this is an example of an athletics note. Great.
Also known as
Hot Corner app. 3-2 for Antonacci. Peters will be on the move. Strike 3 call, a challenge coming. It's brought to you by Figer Law. Ball 4 is strike 3. We'll find out together. It's ball 4.
Oh.
Antonacci walks.
Pitch to the ball. Chicago has 2 challenges remaining.
On the plate just below the zone. That was a really good pitch by Troy Melton. I'm not sure. I didn't like it. I think it was down. Melton can't believe it. That was a really well executed pitch that just missed. Did a nice job working Antonacci up the zone with the fastball up, just off the edge with another fastball, and then below the zone right there. Just didn't get the call.
Now you take that emotional current that you just rode for strike 3. You have to put it aside and then regenerate your focus.
Yeah.
For this batter.
That's right. And I think the way you do that, Jason, is and I feel like Troy Melton is uniquely equipped to do so just because of how in tune he is and letting whatever happened before go, take the positive and move on. That was a very well executed sequence right there. He just missed, what was it, a less than a quarter inch under the zone. There's nothing wrong with that pitch. It just happened to be a little bit low.
0-2. Swing and a miss. Oh, he reached back for 98. Angry Troy.
Yeah, and then you throw an attitude heater right by the dude. Forget this near miss with the changeup. I got something for you, cuz. Have some of that.
1-0. The White Sox leading the Tigers on the Bet365 scoreboard. And every Sunday at Comerica Park is a Chevy Sunday Kids Day. Kids 14 and under can enjoy face painting, free rides, and the chance to run the bases after the game. Don't miss out. Learn more at tigers.com/tickets, including tomorrow. Chevy Sunday Kids Day at the ballpark. 1:40 first pitch. As Hao-Yu Lee swings through strike 2. Tigers still don't have a hit. They left the bases loaded in the 4th. Jahmai Jones a strikeout, pinch hitting for Kerry Carpenter. And that necessitated 2 changes for the Tigers. So Outman comes in to play defense. He'll bat in that 7 spot, the 6th spot, I should say. Lee in the 7 position. Check swing and a foul. I don't blame the fans for booing. They've seen the same thing happen enough times this year.
Yeah.
That they feel like they're kind of banging their heads against the wall.
And it's tough. I mean, this is, again, we talked about it a little bit. It's the way the lineup is constructed. This is the situation, the system that AJ's running. And unfortunately, it hasn't worked out like it's worked out in years past. You know, even last year, Jahmai Jones was the benefactor of Andy Ibanez not doing well. He was hot in the minor leagues. He came up. And unfortunately, this year it hasn't worked in the same manner.
You know, it's funny the White Sox are in for this situation, considering what happened last inning, as that's a fly out to right, because Andy Ibanez had a really tough road trip in June at Kansas City and at the White Sox. And that is immediately thereafter that road trip is when they made the change for that specialist. Andy Ibanez went down to AAA. Jahmai Jones came up. So when you're talking about the beneficiary of that, it was because of a lack of production that the Tigers made the change to get to Jahmai Jones. So we have seen this thing happen before. And the Tigers lost a couple games on that road trip that you would just say, if you flip that circumstance, those pinch hit spots, you might be in a different position. It's a tough job. I know you live that life in Major League Baseball. It's a tough job, but that's what you need out of a player.
It's who I was as a player. It's why I got to the big leagues and why I had the modicum of success that I did have in the big leagues, being able to come off the bench. And I won't say put together an at-bat. You don't have, there's no putting together an at-bat when you come off the bench. The first thing you see smoking is over the white, you got to let it fly and move the baseball forward. It is one of the most difficult jobs in the big leagues, and you see guys who have that job all the time. I mean, what is the league average? I think pinch hitting a year in year out is somewhere between 190 and 205, like for like the last 30 years. So it's very difficult to do. That said, if this is how the system is going to be run, you have to get some level of production from all the guys you asked to do it on a regular basis. And unfortunately, this year, Jahmai has just not been able to get on track.
Yeah, you know, it's the right-handed hitters in general as well against left-handed pitching for the Tigers. We talked about it yesterday. Riley Green and Kevin McGonigal are buoying the Tigers' production against left-handed pitchers this year. And with this system, which paid off the Tigers with playoff runs in 24 and 25, it is very much like a tripod or a shopping cart. Right. When one of the legs is missized or one of the wheels starts to pull, the whole thing is out of balance.
Absolutely.
And that's what's happening to the Tigers in spots like that, is the whole thing ends up out of balance, because we know A.J. Hinch does not like making moves that cost him 2 bench players.
That's right.
Early in a game.
That's right. And to your point, some of the lefties in the White Sox bullpen more than likely won't be available, so there's going to be at-bats against the right-handed hitter, against the left-handed hitter coming up.
Yeah, for a lefty hitter against a right-handed pitcher. But again, we also gave you Kerry Carpenter left on left for his career, and that, as of yesterday, was an under 600 OPS.
Correct.
So the idea is sound. The execution has not landed.
It has not landed, like you said. And to your point, this whole discussion started with the Tiger fans feeling the way they feel and being right to do so.
Yeah, McKinstry flares that left-hand side. It's a long run, and that will hit the ground. We have not heard that response of booing a player in a situation for years.
No, I would agree with that. I mean, the only thing I can think of is when Torque was going through his struggles a couple years ago.
That's a good one. Yep.
You know, it's tough. You know, these fans, they want the best for this team. I don't think it's anything other than that. I know it's not personal. They want the best for this team. Unfortunately, like you said, they're a little bit impatient, and quite frankly, they have right to do so.
Yep, there's ball 4. Zach McKinstry takes a 2-out walk. And Kevin McGonigal will bat. I mean, that is in some ways the joy of sports, right? If as a group everybody tires enough of something, they have their voice heard.
Sure they do.
That's the purpose of this. That's why this sport has gotten so big over the years, is that there is a deep love for this team in this city. As McGonigal takes a tough wraparound breaking ball. That thing was filthy.
Big wide slider right there from a guy low arm angle, crossfire 6'6", way out there with the extension. That's a really difficult angle.
Why not throw it again?
You might as well.
Oh man, he almost landed a third one.
And this is the thing with Kevin McGonigal. He's so sure about what he's seeing. It's just, it's really difficult to explain how far ahead of the curve he is in his major league career in terms of understanding what pitchers are doing to him and recognizing pitches.
Oh, man. He threw him one fastball, and Kevin had other plans for it. Throw behind is not in time. McKinstry thought about third. He retreats to second. Kevin McGonigal, Tracy's son, has the first hit for the Tigers today.
I can't tell you how impressive this is. You're getting that big wide sweeper. You get 3 straight. Everybody says stay on the fastball, stay on the fastball, stay on the fastball. That sounds that sounds good until you get 3 sweepers or 3 sliders that look like that. Kevin McGonigal stayed on the fastball, and it's not some soft tossing fastball. That's 94 outer third. Stays back, stays behind it, hits it hard in the center field. That is a microcosm of why this kid has to be in Philadelphia for the All-Star game. Tigers.com/vote.
There you go. If we can have everybody watching this game, just go vote. Tigers.com/vote. You talk about having your voice heard.
Fill it up.
Yeah, do that too. Do the whole gamut. 1-0 to Dingler. That's a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike on Dylan Dingler with 2 on and 2 out. He is, in a lot of ways, Chevy's strongest player. He's an all-star waiting to happen.
Absolutely.
As well. Punch to right. That's a knock. Here comes Zemek. This ball game's tied.
Clutch swing by Dylan Dingler right there. They've been attacking him with fastballs in, breaking balls in, especially left-handed pitching. Joe Rock throws that fastball in third. Good swing up the middle, catches it a little deep. That ball's hit hard up the middle on a line. Another example of why Dylan Dingler has been so productive all year long. Good timing, stays on the fastball, stays in the middle of the field. And an excellent path, and he gets paid off with an RBI single. That's a big hit by Dylan Dingler right there.
Man, those 2 guys at the top of the lineup have been game changers when the Tigers have gone well. There's a strike to Vierling, who is seeing his 3rd pitcher of the day. Tigers are a stone's throw away from taking the lead against Joe Rock.
Another big opportunity right here. Yeah, it's 2 outs. He's already surrendered a walk and 2 base hits in this inning.
A wild pitch. Vierling just missed. He pops it up instead. Antonacci makes the catch, but the Tigers on the first 2 hits for the home 9 have tied the game at 1. Here's the upcoming schedule brought to you by Bet365. It's the longest stretch without a day off for the Tigers this year, in the middle of 14 straight games without an off day, including the 3 with the White Sox, 3 with the Yankees, 4 with the Astros, 3 more with the Yankees, and then 3 at Texas with the World Cup off day in between on the 3rd of July. Andrew Benintendi takes ball number 1. We are tied at 1 into the 6th inning, and yet another close game between the Tigers and White Sox this year.
We talked about it in the pregame show, these one-run ball games. 8-14 this year. These guys still know how to win. You just have to find a little bit of luck and figure out a way to just get over the line with a few of these.
Ground ball second base. Hao-Yu Lee captures it and throws him out. What a play.
That's a heck of a play by Hao-Yu Lee. That's what he's done since he's gotten here. Done a nice job defensively. Added a little bat. Gets over, smothers that ball, knows he's got time. It's hit hard, and Benintendi doesn't run well. Doesn't panic. Executes the play. Well done.
It's our Miller Lite moment today. There's a swing and a miss for Montgomery, who has seen his fair share of breaking balls, as you documented earlier. Well done by Lee for the first out. Our Miller moment. And a ball and a strike on Colson Montgomery.
Jason, I have never seen a second baseman use a glove that looks quite like that. Looks like a straight pitcher's glove. Basket web. Looks like it's about 12 inches. It's huge. Usually at second base, you want a little bit smaller gloves so you can turn that double play, maybe 11 and a quarter, 11 and a half. He needed all of it on that play.
Yeah, he did.
But he's been pretty good with it. Been really reliable. Made the one error in Tampa Bay that was a tough error on a double play ball up the middle. But for the most part, since he's been here, he's made all the plays defensively.
Will Vest saved the day in that game.
Yes,
on
he did.
The error. He got the final 5 outs. But Hao-Yu Lee makes sure that it's still a clean slate for Troy Melton here in the 6th. And it remains so. A slider, 2 down.
We showed you the graphic earlier of where to go with Colson Montgomery. That's kind of a flat, plain swing. He likes the ball up. He likes the ball away from him. If you can throw it, strike the ball below the zone. That ball looks like a fastball down to Colson Montgomery till it's not. Put on the left blinker and turn south.
And down he went. There is a strike to Randall Grichuk, who we mentioned was the 24th overall pick all the way back in 2009. 5 picks later, our friend Shelby Miller was drafted.
Shelby
by the St.
Miller.
Louis Cardinals. That's our second Miller moment of the inning.
Yeah.
Largest chase rate increases in Major League Baseball. And you see the numbers there. Troy Melton trying to get a swing and miss out of the zone here in the 6th. He would be 6th if he qualified. Not enough batters to this point. Did not get a chase there. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Wave and a miss. Strike 3 on a slider. He was bent on getting him out with a breaking ball, and he did.
Troy Melton rounding into form. You see this slider right here, outer third. Once again, turn that blinker on, bad boy. Turn south and a little bit to the west.
Three total hits. Bottom of the 6th inning. Tigers and White Sox, game number 2 of 3. And there's another one of those serpentine breaking balls from the left-hander Rock. And then yet another slider. Where's the alternative Rock? This is all breaking balls.
This is it, yeah. This is it. He throws it a lot. He's got a good one.
Riley had seen it a couple times. Drive to left field to the warning track and caught. Let's get a message from Rally House, Michigan.
The season starts at Rally House. From jerseys and hats to tumblers for game day, it's where outrageous selection meets every fan's style.
That from Rock ended up 3 on the Billboard charts. It was very close to the top of the chart.
Very close to the top.
One down for Torque. It'll dodge ball 1.
See if we can't get Torque going here with something middle of the plate. Spin one of those breaking balls away. Leave it over the middle.
Fly ball right center field. Is it gap worthy? Yes, it is. All the way to the track and the wall. Torque will take 2. It's a 1-out double.
When Spencer Torkelson is good, his direction is in the middle of the field. Will he pull balls? Yes. But on occasion, he gets a little spin happy and he pulls off the baseball. That was a fastball, inner third, that he gets his hands inside of and drives that ball to the right center field gap. That's as good as you're going to see from him. That's a good sign for right now. It's also a good sign, hopefully, moving forward a little bit. When he's right, he hits balls in that gap. That can get his direction going the right way and hopefully some production.
Outman guides this right side. It's through a base hit. His second as a Tiger. Here comes Torque. Throw to the plate is offline. 2-1 Tigers. Ball gets away. Outman to second base.
James Outman paying attention on the bench. I love it. He saw what Rock was doing to all these left-handed hitters, starting them with breaking balls. If you get one up, lay wood to it, hit it hard. Just beats Antonacci to his glove side. And you know Joey Cora has no stop sign in his game. He's letting it go the whole time. Throws offline anyway. That's a big swing from James Outman. Not a boy, let him know.
Kevin, by the way, looks every bit the part of like a Lou Boudreau player coach. I mean, he's up on the top step. He's got the eye black. He's got the look, the focus, and he's 21.
Gotta love it.
0-1. Popped up foul. 0-2 for How You Lead.
Life's simple. Come to the yard every day, find a way to get some hits, beat the guys in the other dugout.
And just care a lot.
And care a lot. That's why it's simple.
Lee fouls it away. That's a single E9 combo if you're scoring at home.
That 90 feet, Jason, is not insignificant. Not insignificant. That ball gets past Romo, the catcher. James Outman, with speed, is at second base with 1 out here. That is a really important piece, especially the way these ball games have been played. Very tight.
Lee fly ball to right. Montgomery's back on it. He makes the catch. There goes Outman for third. That gets him an extra 90 feet that he wouldn't have had without the error. 2 out, Jake Rogers with a runner at third.
And again, still significant. The reason why it may take that strike the ball slider out of play. Drew Romo, the blocking numbers aren't good. So I'm Jake Rogers. I'm looking for that heater. And even if he throws a slider, if you're Joe Rock, you're less apt to throw it down because you don't want it to get past for that run to score freely.
Outman at third. First one is in for a strike to Rogers. Hot corner, what do you got? Rogers Rock is not only this matchup, but it's a Rock face in the Adirondacks. Oh, Rogers wins. Hard Rock. 3-1.
Big swing for Jake Rogers right there. Right on time, baby. Spin that slider, ball one. Get this fastball. Get on this heater, Jake. And he did. Good swing to center field right there. He needed that. Tigers needed that. This is how you win close ball games. You start getting some contributions from guys who have struggled a little bit this year. Jake Rogers obviously in a reserve situation. Big swing for him.
And James Outman, who's in the spot that would have been Kerry Carpenter.
Yep.
An RBI single and a run scored in the 6th inning. Off the plate away. It's 2 balls, no strikes on McKinstry, who walked and scored the Tigers' first run in the 5th. Two and 0. McKinstry takes ball 3. The White Sox have had trouble with finding the strike zone at points today. 4 walks for Chicago pitchers so far. Country Roads is coursing through the ballpark. Ball 4. John Denver always wins. Back to McGonigal and Joe Rock from the 5th inning.
That slider off 0-1. Another good slider in the zone. That one just missed. Good pitch. Boom. You cannot sneak the cheese past the rat. Kevin McGonigal is going to be ready for any fastball you throw from 90 to 120. And I'm taking my chances with number 7, putting wood on it. He threw 1 fastball in that sequence. Probably wanted to throw it up and away so he could throw that slider again, and he missed over the plate. Kevin McGonigal made him pay. You stay ready for the fastball, adjust to the other stuff. It is way easier said than done sitting in this chair, but that is how you have to hit. Kevin McGonigal does that every single at-bat he sees.
We'll see Rock a second time. Line drive to first. Gonzalez is on it to retire the side, but the Tigers cobbled together a pair of runs to take the lead for the first time today. Torkelson, Outman, Rogers, player coach Kevin McGonigal. 3-1 Tigers to the 7th. Tigers baseball on Detroit Sportsnet is brought to you by Wallside Windows, local and family owned, celebrating 82 years as Michigan's leader in replacement windows, and by your Metro Detroit Buick GMC dealer. Take a swig of a 3-1 Tigers lead. Get it all out. Every drop. It's not even in slow motion. Tyler Holton first out of the bullpen for Troy Melton, who was superb again. He'll face Chase Mydroth pinch hitting. Our Wallside Windows pitching change. Holton is on and the lefty Gonzalez is out. Mydroth swings through a changeup.
Troy Melton was outstanding today. Did a really nice job just managing the stuff he had. He didn't get a lot of strikeouts. It's not really his game. It's interesting, though, like we talked about with the power stuff he has. But, boy, he got a lot of missed hits.
Roller to shortstop. Zach McKinstry. Out number 1. Chevy's strongest player is Troy Melton, living on the edge. Bobby Scales.
Yeah, he was all over the edge of the plate today. You saw that. We talked about it in the pregame, how important it was to pitch to all 4 quadrants with all of his stuff. You see he's on the edge right there. When you're executing like that from a hitter's perspective, you hope the guy makes a mistake. Troy didn't make many today. Antonacci jumped him early in the game, but after that it was very, very good.
That's into right field. It's a base hit for Montgomery, and he wants second. He will get to second base.
That's a little excuse me right there from Mr. Montgomery. Let's go ahead. I'm going to swing to left. It's going to go to right. He has no idea where it is. Torque way off the line. No chance there. It just happens sometimes. That's baseball.
They're going to hit for Peters here. Junior Perez, who picked up his first major league home run last night, is the tying run right now for the White Sox. Second pinch hitter of the inning for Will Venable. First pitch, strike one on Perez. Just his third major league game, and he comes up in an enormous spot for the White Sox. We get a challenge from Rogers. ABS challenge powered by T-Mobile. Is it a strike? Yeah, sure it is.
Pitch is a strike. Detroit has 2 challenges remaining.
Yeah, good job by Jake Rogers. It's fascinating how these guys train for that and just get reps. You see him out here with the iPad synced up. Sometimes it's on the big board. Him and Dylan Dingler with Ryan Cienko, catching coach.
And there's still the old school framing that you can try to put on the umpire.
Yeah.
Dragged that one pretty good.
He did.
1-2. Swing and a miss. Late cut. 2 down.
Just the cutter down and in. That's well executed. You see the point there by Jake Rogers. That's exactly where he wanted it. Tyler Holton executed to perfection, and you get that. Swing over the top.
2 out now. Romo on the ground right at third. McGonigal across the way, inning over. That was easy. Tigers maintain the lead 3-1 at the Figer loss 7th inning stretch.
I can.
This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the Detroit Tigers and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Detroit Tigers.
Tigers trying to shock the world for the second time in 3 years. Comerica Bank game summary, our story so far. First, the home run from Antonacci. We were 2 pitches deep. Nobody even settled into their seats, but Dylan Dingler flowing with the crowd, an RBI single in the 5th. Troy Melton eventually ended up 6 innings, 1 hit. Big hug down in the dugout, and James Outman, who came in for defensive purposes, pays off an RBI single. Jake Rogers added on to the lead, and those are the visuals of a 3-1 Tigers advantage as Dylan Dingler stands in and gets crowded out by ball 1. Our Bet365 odds update. Dylan Dingler, 1.5 hits. He's already got 1 today, that RBI single. And he swings through that breaking ball to start the bottom of the 7th. Trevor Richards, our Wallside Windows pitching change. 33-year-old right-hander, who sometimes is a long man for the White Sox out of that bullpen.
Yeah, four-seam fastball changeup. That's what Dingler just got. He's got a slider to go with it.
High fly ball, left center field. Perez is back there. He's not going to get to it. Dylan Dingler showing off the muscle again. That is a long, long way from home. It's 4-1.
Dylan Dingler again on a fastball inner third. I don't know what the book is saying about where to pitch him. Stop missing there, or actually please continue to keep missing there. All he does is hit balls hard on this inner third. Sometimes he gets way inside him and gets to right field and center field. Other times he hits them perfectly the way he wants to and drives the ball out of the ballpark 412 plus feet to center field. That is the big part of the yard. That is hard to do from where that pitch was.
That's one more thing on top of one more thing. The anniversary of Mickey Mantle hitting 2 home runs to center field at Briggs Stadium in 1956. The footage we showed before the game looked a heck of a lot like what just happened there.
I cannot tell you how good his bat path is right now to do that where that pitch was. catch that ball out front, but also keep it in the middle of the park, unbelievable.
Why so?
Because a lot of times when you have to hit that ball further out front.
The pitch.
We got a challenge first here. Yep. We'll watch along with the video game. That's a ball, 2-1.
The ball.
We interrupted your story for that?
Yeah.
Come on.
Well, listen, to catch that ball out front, that fastball, you have to hit that ball closer to you, further out in front of the plate. A lot of times you do that, you'll hit that ball to left field, and it's perfectly fine. But when your path is zeroed out the way his is right now, that your hands stay inside the ball, the barrel gets inside the ball, and you're releasing that barrel out in front and transferring all that energy into center field, and that's extremely difficult to do. It's even more difficult to do when you get a sinker in. He's been fantastic on all those pitches. Fastballs, both the 2 and 4 seam on the inner third this year. Hit that ball like that, just incredible.
That's a 430-foot home run, and it means Tigers fans score 2. Unlock your free 20-ounce Baja Blast by registering now at BajaBlastHomeRuns.com. What a blast. Would you say, just taking a guess, would you say the phrase "what a blast" was on the card or wasn't on the card? Am I supposed to read that, or did I make that up?
I think you made that up, Jason.
Oh, we did it right.
Giving you a lot of creative license here.
It's on the card.
Oh.
It's on the card. It's America's least fastest growing sensation. Is it on the card? It's been a rating struggle for is it on the card? But they're going to pick it up for season 2 anyway. 2-0. 3 balls and no strikes. I think we should have game shows as ancillary programming on Detroit Sportsnet. You could host a game show. I'd host a game show. Chuck Fair would host a game show.
Love it.
Chuck's would be called Not Today.
Not today.
Riley Green gives it a ride to left field. Randall Grichuk is back, running parallel with the wall. He makes the catch. And 2 away. Don't mind Riley Green taking a 3-0, 3-1 rip like that.
No, absolutely not. I mean, listen, he's earned it. He's earned the right to do so. Productive seasons, 2-time All-Star, 36 homers last year, having a very nice season in a different manner this year. Not as many home runs. That's okay.
Two down for Torque. And there's a strike from Richards. Richards, the 4th bullpen arm used by the White Sox. That looked to the naked eye like it was outside.
Definitely did.
Yeah,
it
that
definitely
was way
looked out.
Cartoon box is like challenging. One ball and 2 strikes. You know, the Tigers didn't have a hit through 4 2/3, and now with Richards on the mound, they've taken a nothing day and suddenly made it all seem worthwhile.
That's it. You got to wait this thing out sometimes. Sean Newcomb did a nice job getting 1 time through the order. But his comrades down in the bullpen have been a little bit easier to hit.
1-2 coming. On the ground is shortstop. That's my drive. And the inning over. You like power, Bobby?
I like power, Jason.
How much?
So much that Dylan Dingler hit that ball 430 feet, and that made me real happy.
What a blast.
Your Tigers take on the New York Yankees and the Houston Astros next week at Comerica Park. Be here for all the fun. Visit tigers.com/tickets to get yours today.
I'll do it. If you tell me to, I'll do it. What do you want, Bobby? Strike 1 to Antonacci, who has not made an out yet. Today he has homered, he's been plunked, and he's walked. One and one for Antonacci, who was a 5th-round pick out of Coastal Carolina. The Chanticleers down in Conway, South Carolina, Myrtle Beach area. Take a look at Miguel Vargas, our on-deck hitter, sponsored by C&L Ward. Coastal Carolina, the only college whose mascot is named after the Canterbury Tales.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Take that to your barbecue and wow your friends. Into right field, Antonacci's got another hit. He has been a pain in the neck. What a hitter he is.
That's just a good job of hitting by Antonacci. It was a sinker in the middle. Worked his hands to the inside of it, got that barrel to it. It's a nice job, left on left like that. You're right, he's been a pain in the neck. He's had some pain, got hit by a pitch in the third, walk in the fifth, home run to start the game. And now another base hit.
He's at first for Vargas. First pitch, he got inside on him. Tyler Holton crowds Vargas and gets a fly ball to left for Riley Green. The wind played with him a little bit. They will say that they can turn two, actually. They're going to say that ball was not caught, so a throw to second base to get the out. The third base umpire, Rob Drake, waved it off. It looked like it was going to be on the exchange initially, that Riley had put it away. Regardless, you end up with an out there. But Rob Drake waved it off, and so there's one away, and Vargas will be the runner over at first. I thought it was on the exchange real time, Bobby.
I definitely did too. I agree with you 100%. I thought it was on the exchange as well.
Yeah, nothing changes except the base runner, but that's a catch.
That's a catch, no question.
So one out. They're going to hit for Benintendi here. It's Edgar Caro. Thankfully, Riley Green was aware enough of the situation to throw it quickly into second base, or that could have been a tragedy.
And for what it's worth, you got Vargas at first base now. Doesn't run near as well as Antonacci does.
Caro pops it up. Lee is back there, and he makes the catch officially for out number 2.
Right.
So the White Sox now are down to Luis Angel Acuna on their bench, and that is it. And he would likely be utilized for speed more than anything as a possible pinch runner somewhere in the bottom of the card. 2 out, Montgomery. Swing and a miss on a winding sweeper from Holton.
That big sweeper we talked about. The slider being the nemesis of Colson Montgomery. It's that big sweeper right there. He's thrown that a lot more to left-handed hitters than that cutter. Early on in his Tiger career, it was a lot of cutters. Now this sweeper is kind of taken over. Tries to run that sinker back over. That front, that backdoor two-seamer.
I was going to say, I thought that was a strike. No challenge from Rogers there.
Nope.
1-1. That's in. 1-2 on Montgomery, which sets him up, you would imagine, for a breaking ball.
You can now, if you want to, I definitely think he'll get 1 or 2 breaking balls here. You can get to that changeup. He doesn't throw it a lot to left-handed hitters, but you can throw that changeup down and under his bat. But if you do that, it's got to be down well below the zone. And I definitely think he's primed for that sweeper.
1-2 on Montgomery. Oh, he wanted to swing at it, but he didn't. Willpower, it's now or never.
He starts to go and he holds up just. You can do it again right here, or you can go fastball up and away.
2-2. Oh, yeah. An anaconda for strike 3.
Tyler Holton had a bunch of options. He threw that sweeper. You see that front hip buckle a little bit. The second that happens, that's all she wrote.
4-1 Tigers basking in the sunlight of an 8th-inning lead here at Comerica Park. An enormous crowd of 34,000 plus 41,000 yesterday. And Chris Murphy the great state of California rather than Connecticut. Left on left, gets a ground ball to second base, and that is nowhere to be found. Outman has a base hit as it kicks off of Antonacci.
James Outman hit that four-seamer hard. Antonacci goes into this slide. You see a lot of guys do that, go into that slide to try to corral it and get to your feet quickly. Not sure that he actually needed to do that. Hits off the heel of his glove, can't find it. James Outman is aboard.
For Lee, who takes ball one. Hao-Yu Lee, 3 fly balls to right field to his name so far today, as the Tigers try to start this homestand off in style. A 10-game homestand against the White Sox, the Yankees, and Astros. And Hao-Yu Lee has found a different part of the ballpark. Perez in center makes the catch, and we get a message from Tiger Law.
If you've been injured in a trucking accident, make Tiger Law your first call. Tiger Law. All we do is win. All we do is win.
One down, bottom of the 8th inning, 4-1. Tigers with the lead, trying to win this series against the White Sox. There goes Outman. Huge jump. Outman is saved. The starter's pistol went off, and the ball wasn't even close to coming to the plate.
That's a great job by James Outman. These are some of the things he can do. Gets a great jump. Smallish lead, kind of deked Murphy right there. I don't think he thought he was going. Didn't pay any attention. Swiped second easily.
James Outman has his 24th career steal, 16 of which came in that breakout 2023 with the Dodgers when he had 23 home runs. We get a challenge here from Romo on what was ball 2. It's either 2-1 or 1-2, and only Statcast Stadium knows it's a strike.
Pitch is a strike. Chicago has 1 challenge remaining.
We know how big that count flip is there. He's at 150 plus points OPS wise. Now Jake's just going to have to battle, try to get this run in from second.
A guided foul just beyond Joey Cora. 1-2 for Raj. One, 2. Breaking ball out. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Kenley Jansen is warming in the Tigers bullpen. You wonder if A.J. Hinch would use him in case of a 4-run lead.
I think he would, to be honest with you, Jason. Where the Tigers are in the season with the need for them to not just win series, but win as many games as possible. And that sounds silly, it goes without saying. But where they are, you brought him in to get 25, 26, and 27. And that's what he's going to want to do, that if this thing is anywhere close to being a safe situation.
Rogers might need a chiropractor, Jake. Big swing there. Strike 3, 2 down. Yeah, that feels right, Bobby.
Right.
That if it's 4, you probably use him. If for some reason the Tigers add on 2 more, 3 more, something like that, maybe. Yeah. But he has been loosening. So he's already up.
He's up. He's hot. He's not too far from being off the IL. You don't want to get him down, and then something happen, have to try to get him back up again.
You try to take a possible comeback and head it off at the pass.
Absolutely.
One is a swing and a miss. 1-2 on McKinstry, who's walked twice at the bottom of the order for the Tigers today. 2 walks, 1 strikeout. No balls in play as yet for Zemak. 1-2 from Murphy. Fades outside. Game 3 tomorrow, 1:40 Eastern time. be on the air at 1 o'clock. Dan Dickerson will be in with Bobby Scales. 2-2. Down the left field line, and that is foul. Let's tell you what might happen in that game. Tomorrow's headlines today, back in the saddle again. Kader Montero back to the rotation after a one-game stint to the bullpen with the injury to Justin Verlander. Don't want to close your eyes, don't want to fall asleep. Davis Martin is on the hill. He's got a whiff rate of 43 and change against left-handers. We'll see if the Tigers don't want to miss a thing tomorrow. Pop up straight away. Junior Perez makes the catch and the inning's over. Tigers looking for those 25th, 26th, and 27th outs next.
Tigers baseball in Detroit Sportsnet is brought to you by Figer Law. All we do is win. And by Menards. Save big money at Menards on all your home improvement needs. Tigers postgame coming your way in a little bit. The unsung heroes of the day. You're going to have them in order to get out of the hole that this team has dug. James Outman, one of them. Jake Rogers on top of it, too. Troy Melton in position to go to 4-0 on the season. We get into his day in Tigers postgame. And Bobby and Jason, I think it's so fitting on a day we open up the game with the Dylan Dingler All-Star bid. He adds on to it, too.
It's perfect. It's kismet. Here's Kenley Jansen looking for yet another save in his illustrious career. He'll face Randall Grichuk. And a first pitch check swing ground ball at shortstop. McKinstry takes care of out number one. We're about 16 years removed in July from Kenley Jansen's first career save. Our wall side windows pitching change is Kenley Jansen. The first three guys he got in a row in the ninth inning, as he did last night against the White Sox. This is how long he's been around. Carlos Beltran, Jason Bay, and Ike Davis.
Ike Davis, that's a good one right there. Wow, all three of them are good ones, but yeah. So that was that's the Mets.
It's the Mets. Kenley Jansen came in for pinch hitter Ronnie Belliard in that first ever save, as there's a bunt third base side and a really good one at that. McGonigal makes the throw but didn't have to. Chase Mydroth has a one-out bunt single, just the fourth hit for the White Sox, and he's getting booed.
Chase Mydroth doing Chase Mydroth things, finding a way on late in the ball game. That's a smart play, though. Kevin McGonigal's going to play back. Kenley Jansen's hard to hit for everybody. Find a way on, see what happens. That's a good play by Mydroth and a good bunt.
Saw the form from Dirt Cam there right in front. We have that camera placed right in front of home. It's a great view of Mydroth being the first to reach against Kenley Jansen. That is the scope and the magnitude of what surrounds the batter, Montgomery. First one, nipped at him.
Kenley Jansen, you know, it's about 81% cutter. Thing about his cutter, it just happens so late at the plate. I feel like you've got it lined up and you just miss it off the end of the bat or the bear or the like that.
Popped up. Third base. McGonigal says it's his. Kevin is right. 2 down.
That looks like a fastball inner third for 58 feet. Then all of a sudden, just a little subtle movement inward to the left-handed hitting Montgomery. Next thing you know, it's off the trademark and it's popped up and you're walking back to the dugout, making a right turn.
And with that second out, Tigers fans stand here at Comerica Park. Longest homestand of the year, 10 straight games at a pivotal moment in this season, hopefully. Jansen to Junior Perez. Runner at first, Mydroth will take second easily without a throw and without a bid. That will be defensive indifference. (1-0). 2 balls, no strikes. You record that defensive indifference because baseball is the only sport where apathy is recorded. It's our national pastime.
There it is.
2-0 from Jansen to Perez. fouled away back to the screen, 2-1.
We are going to notate the fact that the defense did not care about you advancing 90 feet.
We'll get you a bumper sticker that says, I don't care that you're apathetic. 2 balls and a strike on Perez. 4-1 Tigers here in the 9th. Kenley Jansen trying to cinch it up. Oh, look out. He's got one in the coconut. 3 balls and a strike. Challenge coming. It's either ball 4 or strike 2.
Catcher is challenging the pitch.
Did it clip the corner? It did not.
Just off.
The pitch is the ball. Detroit has 1 challenge remaining.
So now Drew Romo, who's 13 for 89 with the White Sox after 9 hits in Colorado in 2 years. 2 on, 2 out. Top of the order is next. Jansen's first one. Slug to center field. Outman is there, and the Tigers win again. 2 in a row to start the homestand. Kenley Jansen saves them both. And a 4-1 final score on a sunny Saturday afternoon.
It's a good win by the boys right here. Good team win. You got contributions all throughout the lineup. They had to wait out the White Sox pitching a little bit. McGonigal got the party started. But they found a way to get just enough runs to win, and that's the name of the game. Doesn't have to be pretty. Win the baseball game. Do it again tomorrow. You gotta like that, Jason.
You have to. Dylan Dingler, 2 hits to make 5 for the series. James Outman off the bench, a couple of hits as well in the 6th position. That became a source of consternation during the game. And the Tigers win and put it all in the rearview mirror. 4-1 the final score. 2-0 to open the 10-game homestand. For our producer Denny Blunt, our director Andrew Blaustein, our entire marvelous crew. For Daniela Bruce, for Bobby Scales, I'm Jason Benetti. Happy 102nd birthday, Barbara. Tigers got you a win. Pure Auto postgame's next.
Good drive.